What's going on, everyone? So I hope each one of you guys are doing fantastic. And today's video, I'll be talking about like why you should never be complaining about anything in your life. And so I'm just gonna get right into it, just like usual. Again, from point one, I'm gonna start talking about my own personal experiences because I always had this problem, or I always struggled with this habit of always complaining about everything. And then that could be workplace, that could be in relationship, or even in solitude when you're with yourself. And I'm gonna start from workplace. You know that you guys always get this message when you apply at a new place. The managers or the team lead or or let's just say the seniors, they always say that, oh, my door is always open for you. But in reality, that is a trap word. I would say there are very rare cases that a manager really cares about you, but in reality, that is actually a trap word. When a manager says that my door is always open for you guys, you can always walk into my office. Guess what? They're actually looking for those annoying, complaining employees that they're going to complain about anything. And I've been a victim of, you know what? I don't really like the word victim because I'm not a victim, but I have been one of those people who actually experienced something like that. Because when I used to work at the bank, and then I started complaining about certain way that the management would just like sit there in meetings, I don't know, meaningful, stupid meetings, and then and the branch is busy, and then I wanted to help out everyone, and but I also need the manager as well because I need overrides, and the manager just like sitting there chit chatting, laughing, having coffee. Like the customers are looking at me, is like, are they having a social event? I'm like, nah, I'm just having a meeting. But yeah, that's number one. Because the moment when you complain about to your manager about something, they're gonna look at it as something that you are that one annoying culprit who always complains about everything, and they want to get rid of you as soon as possible. Even if you're looking for promotion, you're never gonna get that promotion. Okay, so number two, relationship. This is something again. One thing women they never like is annoying, complaining significant other. And this is something I also can talk about from my personal experiences. Because I was dating this girl once, and then I was just talking about my day basically. I wasn't really like uh, trying to, like we were in a relationship, and I wanted to like share about my day, and then I was like, oh, my manager is this way, oh, my coworker is this way, this happened, that happened, and then she's like, you complain a lot, and then for a moment it clicked with me. I'm like, okay, so I do complain a lot, and it's a bad thing. And she actually got turned off after that. And I noticed it. I felt it. Like I can smell stuff really fast. And then I could smell that she's getting cold. Just because I was annoying and I was complaining. Because hear me out. I don't want to be sexist, but it's usually women that nags and complains. Men are the type that, as a man, you're supposed to be focusing on solution, not the problem. Yes, there are a lot of problems, but if you waste your time thinking or focusing on the problem, you're never going to find any solution for that. So make sure, if you're in a relationship, if you're, let's just say, having a bad day at work, or something's going on, your best friend backstabbed you, you have a especially family problem, holy shit, never ever share that with your girl. That's a big no-no. If you're having a problem with your siblings or with your mom or anyone in your family, never ever tell your girlfriend or your wife, your fiance, whoever that person is. Do not tell your family problems or share your family problems with your girl. That's a big no-no. So we're gonna move on from the family problems. I mean, relationship, complaining in relationship. We did complaining at workplace, complaining in relationship, and this one is complaining in solitude. And this is something huge. And this is something that a lot of people can actually relate to, that, especially men. Do you ever feel sometimes in your life that things are not going your way, like everything's just disaster, you're not doing great in school, you're not doing great in work, you're not getting that body result you're looking for, and you wake up in the morning and you're in your bed, like there's no one around you, it's quiet, it's dead quiet, and then all of a sudden these thoughts, especially negative thoughts, are like, let's just say it's like a robber that breaks inside your house with a gun, says hands up, and you're like, okay. Those That's how negative thoughts are. What happens is that it crawls in inside your brain, and then you start thinking like, okay, you start thinking about random stuff, like, oh my god, like my relationship is not working out, like why did my girl cheat on me, or like why my manager doesn't appreciate me, or then you start thinking about like, why can't I find a job, like am I that worthless? Never ever, even in solitude, think about or have negative thoughts or complain even to yourself that I'm a victim. Why always me? Why always the good guys? Never ever do that, even to yourself. Because here's the thing. The moment you complain to yourself, you bring down the warrior which is within you. So if you, because as a man, you're a warrior, and that's what you're supposed to be. That's your purpose in life. You have to be a warrior mentally and physically. You should know how to fight. You should have your physical body should be at the best proportion, and mentally you should always be ready for anything. So the moment you complain, you're telling the warrior inside you that I'm giving up. I can't fight this. And that is the biggest wrong move you can make, because you're putting yourself in a weak position. Like you feel petty for yourself. The last thing you want in life is feeling petty for yourself or expecting petty from other people. Because let me tell you this, 10%, I would say, 90% of the people, they don't really care about your problems, and 10% of them, they're actually glad that you have problems, and those are the people who doesn't like you in your social circles. It could be anyone. We call them frenemy. And another thing, this is like a bonus on top, don't post if you're going through a breakup, you're going through a problem, you're depressed, do not post that on social media. Like I said, you don't want to be, because people screenshot that, you're going to become a laughing stock. You don't want to end up in people's group chat because you're going to look like an idiot, especially as a man. You don't want to do that, because let's just say, I'm gonna give you a good example. Like, those guys, when they go through a heartbreak, then they start posting about like how loyal they are and how dangerous they are. It's like, oh, I'm a loyal person. Like those memes of like the Joker, or from the Peaky Blinder, Tommy Shelby. He's like holding his smoke, and then he's like, I'm a very loyal person, but like only few people deserve me. Da, 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 da. Like, okay, dude, don't post that. No one gives a fuck about like how loyal you are. Your only friend, the moment you feel like complaining, the best person you can complain to, the vent. I'm not saying like you should never complain. There are certain circumstances that you're required to complain. Like there's something wrong about something. Let's just say some robber is breaking into your house, and you need to complain that to the police officer. I'm just saying that the thoughts inside your head, certain things doesn't really require complaining, because you're putting yourself in a victim position, and you never want to be a victim in your life. So if you want to complain about something, and if you're, I'm not saying that you should kind of suppress your feelings inside and don't feel anything. What I'm saying is that if you want to complain, if you feel like it, go to a friend, to a best friend, talk to him. Hey man, things are not going well for me. Talk to him. And I'm not saying like suppress everything all the time, but there are certain moments, you're human, you're gonna blow up and you need to talk to someone. But talk to a friend, or maybe a sibling that you're close to, or someone that actually genuinely cares about you. And based on my experience, the only people who actually genuinely cares about you is your own family. So your family should be emergency contact, your emergency people that you're gonna talk to, and then if you're lucky enough, have a best friend who actually cares about you as much as your family. That's a unicorn. Never let go of them. But yeah, aside from that, these are 3 points, and Keep the lessons in your head. I will see you guys in the next video.